G'day again, world. I see you've decided to come back to see more of my ugly mug. Your funeral. Actually, I'm surprised you found it after the epic fail that was my vlog launch. For those who missed it, as painful as it was, let me recap. Mistake number 1. I created my YouTube account a week before the launch to register my name. Because, you know, millions of people are going to want to call their account Immemorable. Paranoia. Now, even though this was a brand new account with no content, I had the brilliant idea of making it private. Mistake number 2. So a week later, I come back and upload my video. And I make that private too, but only while I'm adding my annotations. I changed the setting back afterwards, but I forgot to click this little fella. Then without checking, I plastered the link all over my Facebook account and the Twitter sphere. Epic fail. So seriously, thanks for coming back. And if I can do it, really, you can do it too, yeah? Last time I went through the process of getting your video onto YouTube, and I'll be honest, I made a few mistakes. Other than the epic fail that I just outlined for you. I said last time that I wouldn't be covering editing your video, but I didn't really cover recording it that well either. So this time around, recording your video. Last time I recommended good audio, good lighting, and speak clearly. Also, put your camera on something solid. But there's a bit more to it than that. Also, this takes a bit longer than you might think, so make sure you have plenty of time. My last video went for 8 minutes. It took over 2 hours to record. You have been warned. First up, get a plan. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I had a script written out for my last video, and I have a script written out for this video. I don't go with them word for word, but it makes things a lot easier. I made up my wedding speech on the spot, and while I got through it, I'd never leave a speech up to improv again. See, my original script said that I'd never do it again, but then I realised that it sounded like I'd never get married. My bad. Seriously, married life is sweet. You don't need to memorise your whole script. You do need to be able to remember one line at a time, though. You do need to be able to... My blog thing launch. I got through my wedding... Yeah, about that. Next, decide on your style. Do you want to have one big long stint? Are you going to have scenes and segments? Or maybe you could be just like me and use jump cuts. Because I'm such a great role model. This decision may be important for the next step. Picking a location. This can be anywhere, but you're probably not going to want to be interrupted, so keep that in mind. Other things to keep in mind when picking your location include space. This may not be necessary depending on your style, but it never hurts to have more, just in case you want to get creative. Background noise, which is what I meant when I said good audio. You don't want sounds around you to overpower what you're trying to say. Light sources, which is what I meant when I said good lighting. Light should generally be in front of you so you can be seen. If you have light behind you, you'll just be a silhouette. Having light shine directly into the camera might also cause some problems, as well as low light. Not being able to see anything at all being the obvious one. These are just basic ideas. There are other things you can do with bouncing light off things, but I'll leave you to experiment with them in your own time. We're almost ready to record now. Almost. You know what's missing? Duh. Find something solid to put your camera on. I recommend a tripod. They're not that expensive and you can set them up anywhere, but anything that doesn't move will do. Pets don't work for this. This may not work for your video, especially if you're moving a lot, but more often than not, it will probably work better. You can get creative with this too. I mean, you could record in your car. Got the tripod on the back seat. It's not brilliant, but I'm sure it works. When you're setting up your camera, make sure you're happy with your frame. Your frame is just what your camera is picking up. If you're going to be moving, it helps to have a camera with the screen that you can see, or just have someone help you check it. So we've got lights, camera. So now it's time for action. Hit record and away you go. If only it were that easy. Remember, speak clearly. Don't be afraid to do multiple takes. 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 You can take out your mistakes later when you edit your video. Have your script handy just in case you need to refer back to it. Also, a little tip, if your camera doesn't autofocus, like most point and shoot cameras don't in video mode, then you'll have to stop and start between sections. I didn't do this last time, and you'll notice when I'm further back, I'm a little bit out of focus. My bad. I know all this sounds like a lot, but it can be done very quickly. The longest parts of the process would be writing your script and then actually recording the video. When you're done, well, you're done. Good job! Now I've said this is a vlog format, but last time it wasn't very personal. And if this isn't personal, then I'm pretty much just teaching at you. And if I'm teaching at you, then you might as well just be in school. Let's face it, none of us want that. So this time around I've gone through a few more personal things. Mainly my mistakes. Sorry. If you want to see what else we do, but your brain doesn't get good 3G coverage, then I can recommend subscribing. Anyway, that's all for this time. Next time we'll do something more advanced. Really, we will. As always, from birth till death, I'm Cito. Bye!